I think I'm live. Recording. Hello, everybody. Welcome to JLJ Way Spotlight. It is me, James Lott Jr. Well, a version of me. That's happening. But hair in my mouth because I'm not used to doing this. All right, everybody. It is me. Frank is not here today. So, okay, why is this not default view? There we go. Like, what's going on? All these things. Let you guys get in the chat room, and you are my co-host today. So if you're listening to this podcast, Frank is not here, and I chose not to get another co-host. Decided just to be me today. And we're going to talk about General Hospital. And that's what we're going to do. And so that's going to be you guys. If you're listening at home, answer back as I'm talking to you. I had the wrong date on there. Look at the right date on there. There we go. I'm correcting some things I had up here wrong. Save. Oh, I gotta put the thumbnail up. And it is General Hospital. Yes. Thumbnail up. Hair in my face. We're working it out. Well, everybody, come on in. Come on in. I had a quick bite to eat in between. I was like, okay. I have my event later on today at 5 o'clock, so I get ready. I'm getting ready for that, dealing with stuff with that. We just did Wide Arm, Bold and Beautiful. It was me and Tammy. Amanda couldn't make it, so you just don't see Amanda or hear Amanda. That's the reason why she couldn't make it. We love her. And so she will hopefully be back in 2 weeks when we come back. But we did a little something there. We did those shows, dressed up. So if you're listening to this, you want to see us dressed up, go to their social media platforms, Bold and Beautiful Universe, Wide Arm, Me Spotlight, JLJ Way Spotlight, James Lott Jr. Wherever you find me, you'll see I'm posting pictures of myself. This is my third costume change. And I'm like, I am not Diana Ross. That's a lot of work, you guys. Woo. Or Cher, one of the two. Yeah, it's crazy. I've had a different wig on every show. So I'm going to reveal this wig, which is a little more browner. It's a browner wig. Actually, I kind of like it with the hood. The hood back on. I'm like Little Red Riding Hood with a hairy chest. It's kind of crazy. All right, everybody. So we get into the Halloween spirits. I want to see all chat, not top chat. I want to see all chat. Oh, it does that. It goes to hi, Bridget, Susan, and Roller Skate, Kate, and Kathy, and Beauty, and Judy, and Karis, everybody. Out. It's almost the end of the month. It's almost the beginning of the month. It's almost, well, October. It's almost November. We are here. I'm like Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood. I can't get it out. Little Red Riding Hood. I don't know how you guys wear. I don't know how you ladies do it. I am not a natural doing this, wearing lipstick and stuff. You guys, I give more power to you guys. And luckily, I'm only here sitting down because I would be wearing heels if I was doing this out in public. So, but I'll do it in public later. Like a pretty lady. I think I'm an ugly lady, but I looked at my mother a little bit. I like her a little bit, but I'm like, I didn't even put any major makeup on. I just put on lipstick and a few little things, but I'm like, yes. So we're here about General Hospital, guys. I get the hair. I got this hair in my face. I don't know how you get, and these nails. Like, how do you guys do it? I'm trying to type. I don't know how to type with nails. It's like they're all just here. My hair actually is almost as long in real life. That's kind of funny. I'm like, okay. And this tag is itching my back. Okay. All things that women go through. I don't know how you guys do it. But I'm trying to show part of my hair because I kind of like my wig. Like, it's getting hot in here. Okay, so yes. So, where should we begin, you guys? You guys, my co-host, you bring up lots of love. I'm just gonna take this thing off because it's like, woo, get me. That's getting me. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Lots of love in the afternoon. Yes, we did have a lot of love in the afternoon. But before we get to love in the afternoon, we have to stop on Friday. It was Weber Friday. I'm like, now I'm interested in the storyline, finally. Now I think I'm in. The Elizabeth stuff, we saw Jeff Weber finally, kids, finally. And Heather Weber, what? Okay, so Friday, people kept saying, James, wait to see Friday, wait to see Friday, wait to see Friday. People, I hadn't seen any General Hospital all week. I hadn't watched it. I had to binge watch it. I hadn't watched it. And everybody was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And sorry, what was I was reading something. I got an email I'm reading. I'm like, okay, I gotta get back to that. Okay. Yes. So Ailey Mills, if you don't know this already, spoiler alert galore, will be playing Heather Weber, not Robin Mattson. Don't know what's going on there. But it's gonna be Heather Weber. And I was like, where did that come from? Okay. And when Olivia saw her, how ironic and funny. She mentioned Stephen Lars. It was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. You guys don't even understand. You guys don't even understand. I was like, Heather Weber is back. I'm almost Mrs. Lott. She's had this hair. She's had this hairstyle maybe once in her life. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yes, Heather Weber. The more Webers, I think, yeah, the Webers, great. Well, so you guys know that we're hitting the 60th anniversary of wrong show, General Hospital. So I thought this is interesting to show all the veterans these days and doing a veteran story with how we got Holly and everybody's stuff. So it's very interesting to see they're focusing on them, the Cassadines, all that. I'm all here for it. I'm like, yes, I'll take it. I'm in. But you're right, Judy brings up, there's a bloated cast of other people who are not getting seen. What does that mean? Unless you're going to try to find a way to use the whole cast, which can be done. Umbrella Stories can work if they do it right. They had the Metro Court, they had the contaminant stories. Those stories have they've almost affected everybody. I give everybody's story. I'll take that. A full Port Charles story, I'll take it. If they do that. But I thought very interesting that we're finally getting all the veterans. So, oh my goodness, it's so exciting to have William H. Moses, who is on Falcon Crest, standing right there, and we finally see Jeff looking at his daughter. But I'll tell you, the scenes leading up to that were so good. Like, finally, why did they do this a long time ago? Like, they said, the pacing of the show is so crazy. I really enjoyed Terry asking her, well, I pick a lock. She's like, yeah, actually, it was really good a long time ago. Remember, Elizabeth was the bad girl. Sarah was the good girl. And I love that they keep reminding us of that Elizabeth wasn't the good girl. We do grow out of our stuff. The kind of same thing with Carly. You start out one way, you don't always stay the same. And I love that, but it's always in you still, right? It's still in there. But it's like it didn't go nowhere. And I love that they had a flashback where she had young Elizabeth, who knows who she was talking to, because back then I just recast. She turned around, she was like, she had a little thing. And I love when she was walking towards the fireplace mantle. We saw Audrey's picture. We saw the parents, we saw her and Sarah, and how they were playing over the years all the things that Liz said about her parents. There's a lot. And you could tell in the timbre of her voice when she was younger and when she was older. It's wonderful, guys. It's just a wonderful homage to her 25 years as Elizabeth Weber. And I just thought there was such a wonderful, just a whole wonderful sequence we got. I said, that's great. She's been the same actress for 25 years. No one else has played her. But her co-stars have been recast so much, it's kind of hard to show that stuff. And Cameron's speech to Finn about his mom not being a hero. We Webbers, they think us Webbers are weak, but we're not. I love that speech also, Judy. I completely agree with you. I love that speech. Thought it was wonderful. They're really setting it up for us. I said, this is amazing. This is amazing. It's the whole thing, the whole sequence was wonderful. And to see this guy who played Cole on Falcon Crest all those years ago, standing in the living room, and you're like, he's playing Jeff Weber. Okay, this is very, he hasn't even said a word yet. It's like just looking at, I'm like, wow, I'm excited to see what happens next. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited to see what happens next. It's very interesting. So it's such a great thing, and I'm very excited about this. And finally, we're getting somewhere with this storyline. Finally, we're getting somewhere with the storyline. Finally, we're getting some movement. But I'm like, it is Weber Friday, and Laura's a Weber too, and there's all these little different Webers running around. So yes, and it was a great thing also when Cameron and Joss went to the prison to see Spencer. They finally had him acknowledged as his cousin. It's like Cameron is his cousin of sorts. They said, I'm stuck with you as a cousin, but I choose you as a friend. Love that scene. Loved it. It's funny how General Hospital can be so boring and be so slow some weeks. Then other weeks you're like, here's some wonderful scenes. Sequence of wonderful scenes. Loved it. So it's just very interesting. So yes, I always look at Heather, Judy, I always look at Heather as somebody who you bring in for a little bit and she leaves. You bring in for a little bit and she leaves. You have certain characters just come in, start some mess and go. I don't see her as a long-term character. They don't want her back long-term. I think this will be a nice little fun storyline arc that'll be happening with her. I'm very curious why she's here, what she has to do with anything. Who knows? They also mentioned Oscar, you guys. Oscar's Meadow, which is still a weird thing. They mentioned Oscar with Drew. They mentioned that also. They mentioned that. And having Joss and Drew there, Drew was not there the first time around. He was there. It was very interesting. But I will tell you, I like Joss. I like that. She has a place in her heart for him still. And that's there. He did die too young, and he is a Quartermaine, and all that. And I thought that was kind of cool. I'm not feeling Drew and Carly. I'm just not feeling them. But I did get a little teary-eyed at the Bobby Carly conversation. I did. It touched me surprisingly, because we know us here, all of us here, we know the character of Carly. We know her storyline. We know it. We know what she's been through. The four different Carlys. We're all different Carlys. We're all that. So even though Laura Wright hasn't played this Carly all the way through, we know the character's storyline arc. And Bobby's always been the same. So Bobby's, again, it's one of those things, again, Bobby's always been there. And it was nice to include her in this. They've come a long way as mother and daughter, roller skate K, right? A long way. It was nice to see that they have found understanding. And I loved the fact that it was completely this wonderful kind of like maturation of, wow, like they've been through a lot. She is a Spencer. That's what Caroline's. I can hear Uncle Luke going to call her Caroline, because when Homer called her Caroline in Florida, she was like, only one person can call me that, and you're not him. And I was like, oh, it's so wonderful. And yes, it's solo me today, which on purpose. Yes, it was. It was a beautiful scene. It was a wonderful. I cried. I got teary-eyed. I surprised myself. I got teary-eyed. I was very surprised by it, because it kind of honors Bobby. Mentioning Aunt Ruby, for those of us who I've watched the show when Aunt Ruby was on the show. I remember when she died. It was a big deal. I remember it all. I mean, Kelly's was Ruby's a friend. I mean, I know all this. I know why Kelly's is Kelly's, and why the Spencers own it, and why it's never like. I watched all that. I watched all of that, and I was there, and I saw it. And so to kind of see her go, she's not a Corinthos, she's not a Jax, she's not a Benson, she's not a Roberts. She's actually going to be Carly Spencer. I love that so much. great scenes. I mean, yes, Frank and I joked about the drone scenes the week before that, and the windy beach. It was like, oh my god, windy. It was like a little windy. So yeah, I get points for that. But it was a lot of fun. Um, Still them trying to do like an out location, shoot. But I thought it also honors Bobby, and Bobby just going like, I know who I am, not own who I am, I know who I am, and someone of her position would feel that way. She was like, I did what I had to do. I become respected, but I know where I came from. All the scenes with Bobby were great. Love that Carly's going to Spencer, his last name. Nursing taking over management, Kelly. It's sort of like it's a Luke-like venue. And, that's the thing. The whole thing is, I think Carly's mentioned her PT experience. She mentioned her old nursing stuff. I thought I kept forgetting she was doing that when she started. And as an ex-nurse myself, I know that feels like. Like, should I go back and become a nurse again? When I had some tough times a few years ago. It's one of the things you don't forget it. I love that she was doing that thing with her mom. There are a lot of skills I remember from being a nurse. They come in handy. So, yes, there was. It came on earlier, Chris. We were dressed. I was dressed up. I've been dressed up every episode. I have a different outfit. I think I'm Diana Ross or something, or Cher. But it's out. It's out now for everybody. Bone Bill Meeting Spotlight, Water Meeting Spotlight are out now, audio and video. You can watch them, listen to them now. They're out there now. But yes, I just thought that was a beautiful scene. Again, we're heading towards the 60th anniversary. So I'm curious, with all of these veterans suddenly permeating the screen, I love it. Well, first of all, I love it. So I'm not complaining at all. Seeing Holly with Anna and Robert and Mac, it was like seeing her with Felicia, everybody talking about her, having Lucy being a part of this kind of storyline, having Victor talk about the Cassadine stuff and the Ice Princess. I love it. I'm in. I don't know what's going on, but I'm in. How this all ties in together. How there's this whole one-upsmanship between Victor and Nicholas, and then Ava's in there. I mean, I love seeing the veterans. I love seeing the veterans. I started watching, General Hospital back in the late 70s, early 80s. So for me, this is all kind of like reminding me of back in the day after school, going to see that, or later on when taping on VCR came in, after school and after work, I'd watch my VCR. I taped them. So it's reminding me of that. So it's been a lot of fun to see them. Again, it's a huge cast, but I don't mind this. I don't want, it's a lot of storylines I don't care about. So I'm like, I'll take this over a lot of storylines. I kind of like that Britt went to Sam also about the Peter. So, I hate Peter. I hate Peter, I hate the storyline, the whole thing. But if this ties into, it almost ties into the Mac and Cody storyline, him becoming a Scorpio, basically, because that's going to happen. He's going to become a Scorpio. I don't care for the character of Cody, but I feel like they're leading towards something because he held on to that thing a little too tight. I have a feeling he's not exactly who he says he is, and I could be okay with that because that could also explain how much of his character I don't like. But it could explain a lot of stuff to us, where it's like, oh, that's why he was so persistent. That's why he was so kooky. That's why it could explain a lot. It could explain a lot, and this could be a good adventure for Sam. But I'd love to bring up her past also. Say, okay, Sam, you were a jewel thief life one, right? If you remember, Sam was married, like 4 or 5 times before she came apart Charles. That was the whole big thing. And then she got with Sonny, got with Jax. It was a whole big Sam, go back to Sam's past. I'll take it. Oh yeah, please don't bring back Peter. I don't want Peter back. I don't want to say his name 3 times, or else he'll be back. So trust, you guys all know how much I hate the character of Peter and everything. So I don't want that back either. Not at all. Woo. Not at all. So yes, you're right, Chris. They kept that top secret. Sometimes they can do it. Sometimes they can do it. Sometimes they can't. But they did this what they did. So I agree with you. I don't know how. No spoilers. None. You're right. I'm very shocked. Um, and Kelly should be leaving at some point. So, but I kind of like that they really are really getting into this and giving us. I mean, literally, it's spilling over to this person and this person spilling over to that person, and that person, and then and we got Georgie, little Georgie, who is so funny. Like, oh my god. It was like her Aunt Sam, her Aunt Brit's. Like, I know Brit's not really her aunt, but she is on some level because of her siblings. It's like so funny, like these two together. It's like, oh my god, that's right. And they were talking and awesome. See, now I'm really curious about this whole thing because Drew is Jason's twin, so he's also Heather Weber's cousin. So will Drew play into this storyline too? It's very interesting. So I don't know. So I mean, it's gonna be very interesting. I don't know. But I'm curious. I know I love her attitude towards Austin. The character Austin is not his fault. They really haven't done much with. We don't know. His story again is dragging. Cousin Mason, is he really his cousin? Who's she? Like, they better tie it together soon. She does look like Lindsay Leatherman. Everybody's talking about how much Georgie looks like Georgie. Yes, Heather ties. Hi, Dolores. Heather ties into a lot of families. Yes, like I said, because Scout is also related to her. Like it goes on and on. Having Heather on the show and now the whole Franco thing. Is she back to avenge Franco's death? People are saying, is she the hook killer? But she was in handcuffs and chains. So I don't know. But we haven't seen a hook killer in a couple of weeks now. So it's kind of like, did they just drop the storyline? Did they forget about it? But I guess serial killers don't have to kill all the time. I guess they can take breaks and kill later, I guess. I mean, I'm not a serial killer, so I don't know. I guess. I guess. Matthew said he thinks that Heather is going to be in the middle of stuff fast. Matthew Theod's in here from 104GH. Go ahead and follow them, of course, on their channel, 104GH Podcast. Mr. Roger, come on, and his wife's okay. Kathy, your guess is good as mine, but they're not playing Roger that often. So it's again, because they have a huge cast. It's like, I feel like a broken record. I'm going to die. And you guys, you're going to hear me saying, huge cast. You got to kill quickly. Well, I'm assuming it's because some could take breaks and then kill a little later, I guess. Next 2 weeks. Okay. I don't listen to spoilers or watch spoilers because a lot of times spoilers are all wrong. I see spoilers all the time. But I feel bad for fans who tune into spoiler videos because a lot of these times I'm like, I have some direct connection to General Hospital. I have some people who work on General Hospital, and I don't know everything, but I'll hear a few things like, okay, I know it's coming up. I don't say anything to you guys. I won't get in trouble. But I just wonder how these people know if they don't work on General Hospital, they're not in Los Angeles. It's just speculation, but it's clickbait, and people will click on these videos and stuff, and they're not, and none of that stuff comes true. They do it because I watched a couple of them. Let's say I was curious, and I'm like, that's not happening. It's just speculation. They should just say not spoiler. It should be just speculation videos. Because I'm like, a lot of them have no idea what's going to happen. They don't know what's going on or anything. Because a lot of them they are funny because you watching up, they're not even. That's not happening. Sometimes they sound like they could happen, and then it doesn't happen. You're like, well, why? That didn't happen at all. So I don't watch that stuff. But yes, I just thought a facility. I've got where Heather was, actually. But there's a lot of possibility with her. I mean, bringing her on, there's a lot of possibility. And I'm very curious to see what Ailey Mills does with it. Having Emma Samms back, Emma Samms was, was Fallon on Dynasty. She's the second Fallon. The Fallon that got abducted by aliens on the Colbys. If you listen or watch my Dynasty 2 after show, I talk about Emma Samms on several episodes. I remember when she left and she came back. Everybody can say Jason's coming back. I can tell you for a fact, Steve Burton is not coming back to this show. Not anytime soon. In the future, sure. But he's going somewhere else. That's all I can say. I'd agree. Yeah, make him still all the time. But it's just so funny how people just they speak it as gospel, put these videos out, and people are just like, So yeah, so so that's why myself, my chocolate twin Tony Moore, we don't do spoilers or any kind of stuff. We just don't do any kind of stuff. We don't read them or bother read them. But having the Webbers back, very interesting. Chase and Brooklyn finally slept together. Finally, I mean, I feel like, oh my god, like finally, cheese and crackers. Finally slept together. Olivia walks in on him naked, of course. Lucky Olivia. That's all. So we saw some Quartermaine shenanigans at the house, and everybody. And so it's funny because we never see Aurora, so it's all off. Unlike Young and the Restless, where they show boardroom drama and boardrooms, it's like we never see Aurora. So I can care less about Aurora. I have no feeling for it. So, but I do feel the whole Ned tension with Michael and Drew, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that so much. I'm okay with the Quartermaines kind of fighting each other. Okay, that's fine. But again, I don't like the new sets of the Quartermaine. I don't like the new Quartermaine sets. That's always been my problem. But that's a minor thing, and that's whatever. But I just, the Quartermaines should be front and center. And there's a lot of Quartermaines running around. Should be front and center. So I don't know. We haven't seen Monica in a while. She was mentioned, but we haven't seen her in a while. But the whole Michael and Drew and Ned and all them. Ned is the natural successor. And I love when he brought the Michael. You don't even use the Quartermaine last name. You use the Corinto last name. It's just like, yes, the nice guy. Doesn't get. I can hear you saying it, Matt. I can hear you saying it. The nice guy thing. I know. Because Drew, I'm tired of you being the nice guy. I'm tired of you getting it. I'm like, I loved it because Drew has been playing kind of middle, whatever. So, I know. It's yeah. Very tired. Well, I don't blame her. She's ready to retire. So I get that. We love her. She's been around for a long time, and yeah, but nobody wants to work till you die. Susan Flannery left and retired. She's not dead or nothing. She's retired. And get rid of some of those others. Bring Dylan. Oh, bring Dylan. Oh, Dylan. Robert Palmer Watkins, my buddy. Yes, Dylan. Yes, but I think the biggest mistake was, I mean, you guys may remember this, is taking Austin out of the Quartermaine sphere. He's a Quartermaine and not even in their sphere. It's the dumbest thing. Dumb. I'm not a fan of any of that. Makes no sense to me. So I don't know. I don't write these shows. I watch them. I just go, okay. Anyway, he was retired. I know people like it. People like the new Q set. They like it. I like the other one better, but that's, like I said, that's a minor. I'm not going to fight anybody on that one. It's a minor thing. But I think I would love to have the Quartermaines front and center. It's almost like they need to get back to like 4 families. Like, yeah, the Quartermaines, but maybe have the Ashford, that whole family, then have the Webbers, and it have like, I don't mind go back to that kind of setup, and then have the drama come out of that. I don't have a problem with that. And Spencer, whatever clan, they did. I know, he's my buddy. So I just talked to him recently, but he's doing good. Robert's doing great. He's doing other stuff, so he's doing fine. I just think the Austin thing, they should have had. They didn't keep him along. They should have kept him in the orbit of the Quartermaines. They just didn't. That whole storyline to me sucked. It stunk. Stunk. It could have been more. So, and now, of course, when anybody comes back to the show, people are like, oh my God, so Ethan should be Robert and Holly's and not Luke's. And I try to do all that. I'm like, don't you want to do all that? But Ethan is Holly's son. So have him held captive. Remember, we saw him 2 years ago. Wait, the Austin story literally is once a month. I have no clue what his story, Dolores, I have no clue what his story is. I couldn't guess. I don't even know. It's Mason dude. I'm like, I couldn't tell you. I have no clue whatsoever. That's what's so maddening about this. You know. I guess Laura's coming back shortly, so that'll be good. Get some Laura back in there, get her in the swing of things. But yes, I'm sorry, I knocked something over. Yes, Ned was working it out. Insider training. He's a backwoods euthanizer. Oh, you think that when that one guy, did he kill that one guy? Was he killing that one guy who was in the hospital all that time? He said he won't hurt. I don't know, but and who is he? Is he? I mean, I don't know. They set up mystery, but then a lot of times you don't even know what's going on. Well, yeah, the Joss. I feel like Joss has graduated from Cam. I really do feel feel like just maturity wise, Cam was no match for her, so to speak. He's a sweet guy and all that. But you know, it will be I feel like her and Dex have that good old fashioned chemistry. And I don't mind trying with them. I don't mind triangle. I don't mind. They have a bad girl. Esme. Is she part of that whole set? She's a bad girl. Bad girl, drunk by six. Oh, Madonna song. But she preggers and stuck in the tower. And at first, Victor was going to move in. Then I'll say he changes his mind. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll postpone it. I was like, okay, Victor. I love Victor. I think Victor's hilarious. Lila Ray Alcazar. She's a Quartermaine. There's also some black Quartermaines, well, from Bradley and Maya and all them. There's a lot of Quartermaines out there they could bring back. Yes, I think Josh has matured a little more. So I think which women do. So I think her and Dex they have good old fashioned chemistry. But Emma's in college and they keep mentioning her, so that's a possibility. Lila could be bad because her mom, because Sky. That's the thing. There's always, yeah. I want the Spencer clan. I don't mind a Lulu, as long as it's a recast. And how am I saying it? I was a Julie Marie Berman fan. She's the best Lulu. And she's doing other things now. But I would want a Lulu back. I don't know if I want Lucky back. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Yeah, so actually, yeah, Esme doesn't want Uncle Vic to be on to be living there either. She don't know anything that's going on, but she don't want him there. Nicholas is like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Austin's Secret, I don't even, yeah. But he's great. Oh, Lily's die. Dang, you want to kill her off? A legacy character? I wouldn't want to kill her off. I'm just more like, I don't want the same actress. Because she is Charlotte's mom. That's the thing. But even Nina's like, something's going on. She's like, what's going on? And it looks like they've aged Charlotte too. So that should be interesting too. That means to stay with Nick. Oh, Esme. Now her daddy will come looking for her at some point. He will. They'll be like, wait a minute, where is she? And he'll find her in the I like Victor. But Victor's looking at Ava like, she could be somebody. I just wish they give us a clue onto what's going to happen. Like, what's his big plan? They mentioned it 10,000 times. 10,000 times. Right. Is he going to freeze the world again? Is he using technology? I have no idea. I don't know. That'll be great. Shady. Trying to like her either. I'm just like, some actresses you like and some you don't in the role. I don't know. And part of it wasn't her fault. I liked her in other stuff. Charity Raymer. I know. Hope unless her acting's gotten better, you never know. People do change, but sometimes it's the writing also. So you can always blame on the actor. As long as the writing makes the actor portray it a certain way, and you're like, that combo isn't working. A lucky recast. Because Jonathan Jackson probably won't come back. I'd love to see him back, but I don't think he's coming back. I say do it when you bring Jacob back, I guess. What's funny is Laura, you can't run a city from far away, not for that long. So I know it's written in her contract, but she needs to come back. No co-host today. Nope, no co-host today. I've killed them all. No co-host today. Just James Lott Jr., bitches. That's all you get today. James Lott Jr. in a wig. And I'm actually wearing a dress and a cape. I should show you my cape. I can show it to you. I was wearing a cape. That's what I'm wearing today. I wore different outfits every show. Every show I did a different outfit. Oh my God, my chair just turned. Well, it's different outfits every show. Oh, does he? I don't know. You guys know more stuff than I do. I don't know all this. I don't follow anybody's life, so I don't know. You may know, but then you know more than I do. I don't know anybody's stuff. Justice Ward. Okay. Okay, so what else is there, you guys? You guys are my co-host. What else do we miss talking about? I covered a lot of big stuff. So what else was there? What else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing a couple things. I mentioned that they slept together. Chase in Brooklyn. Oh, Willow and TJ are working close to being together at some point, right? We all see it, right? Willow and TJ are gonna have an affair. Right now, they're having an emotional affair right now, but they're gonna have an affair. They're gonna kiss or something. You guys all see that, right? Because TJ is like, I gotta be in there too when she's there. I gotta be there too when she's there. Okay, Britt's like, if she wants you there, yeah, and you're there only as a friend. Britt was like, let's get this straight. You're only there as a friend. We all know that they're gonna sleep together or something. Something's gonna happen. Willow is leaning on TJ a little too much. TJ is a little too invested. So we know that's gonna happen, which would serve Michael right. The character of Michael is so unlikable. He's so unlikable. And his cancer thing, don't get me started on that either. Yeah, I talked about it earlier. I like the new Carly. I like that she's a new Carly. I like it. I have no problem with that. I mentioned Heather a long time ago on the show earlier too. I mentioned Carly. I mentioned Heather. I love when either of these drops. I do. I love it. That's a soap staple. They're always everybody's always eavesdropping. That's how you get information. You overhear it. I love Nina and Ava's talk over martinis. If Michael was interested in his wife, she made love. I know. That's what I'm saying. It would serve him right. Michael's face. Oh, Nina's gonna have so much fun. She'll have so much fun if this falls apart. But I'm telling you, Willow and TJ are heading closer together. We all know it. We all know it. It's my direction. Anything else I missed? So I think. Yeah, how do you ever have Molly on there? Yeah, Michael's too much. Michael's way too much. He is too real for color television, my friend would say. Oh yeah, Sasha England. Thank you, Brittany. Um, I mentioned that to you. The Victor, well, Victor, look, I guess I didn't go heavily into it, but yeah, the one up mission I mentioned of Victor and Nicholas, Nicholas and Victor, I kind of like that. Sasha and Gladys, very nice. Look how far they've come. Look how far they've come. Wow, glad you actually feel for Gladys, and Gladys wants to be there for Sasha. They made their own little unconventional family, which I love. That, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm in it. I'm in there. I'm in there. I don't think she will. I think Gladys is a little different. I think losing her son has changed her a bit. I think she actually likes Sasha. I think she does, but I don't think she's going to. Nina and Sonny in the bed. They're fine. I mean, I have nothing for or against them, so they're fine. You want Willow to die? It's so funny. Yes, I know that fans are divided with Sona. Some like Nina and Sonny, and others you guys are like, nope, nope, nope. I like them together. I think they're a little playful. They're together. I like them together. You know, do such money? I don't know. She might. I don't know. They're playing her a little, to me, a little different. But he's like, yes, yes. I know a lot of you guys are not saying that. I like Sonny and Nina. I don't mind them together. They don't bother me. They don't bother me. What is that by Willow? I think I touched a little bit of everything this week already. I think I touched about a little bit of everything. It's different when I have Frank here because then it's mine, and then yours, and in my opinion, and his. It's funny not having him here, and I have people who signed who wanted to come do this with me. And I said, nah, it's Halloween weekend. I'll just do a really quick show. It's just me. Um, that's fine. You mentioned Connie Spencer. That's earlier in the show. We talked about that. Yes, I said I like it. I like it. I don't know if I agree with that, Angela. I don't know. I don't agree with that. Tiger's my fat. Well, that's if the show's still on through the summer. It's what's funny is the anniversary is April 1st, April Fool's Day. So we'll see what happens after that. That's gonna be the interesting thing after that. Is Alex alive? That's the big deal, right? Because Anna's in prison, in jail. Is Alex is probably alive. Wouldn't be surprised. If Holly's brainwashed, which is no big surprise, yeah, where is Lucy? That's a good question. Where is he? That's a very good question. Where's like who's holding is Johan holding a captive somewhere? Or did someone rescue her? Like, yeah, where is she? Yeah, I said that was a little more to juice. Either Alex or brainwashed Holly shot Lucy. Because Lucy knew who she was. So you like, what are you doing here? And that was I don't say, well, it would look like Alex. It would be Anna. Like, what are you doing here? Because if it was Holly, you would think she'd be like, oh my God, that you were dead. Do you think she's doing a Holly with Carly? Oh, I don't feel anything for them either. Like I said earlier, I don't feel anything for them. I'm waiting to see what happens. I don't feel anything for them either. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah, I'm not for really against Drew and Carly either. I'm just like, we'll see what happens. I like that hair. This is a fun wig. I got this wig at the 99-cent store of all places. I was shocked. I wanted it for this little Red Riding Hood look. That's what I wanted it for. I got this cape at 99-cent store too. Now the cape I got at Dollar Tree. As soon as I was working. Well, I said if she's brainwashed for 2 years, or is she lying, which she could be. So we don't know. That's what's so crazy. We're gonna have to watch and find out. Well, it's almost been an hour. I guess I will end the show here. It's funny not having my co-host with me. You guys, we won't be here next week. I have my daughter's birthday. I'll be at the Harry Styles concert here at the Kia Forum. He's playing 15 days in Los Angeles. I'm going to see him next week, so I'll be doing that with my daughter and having family time. But we'll be back the following week, which is the 13th. We'll be back, all of us together. Hopefully, everybody back. Everybody is Amanda. Everybody. We're all back on then. We'll be back. I'm curious to see what happens this week on Your Hospital. I may do a reaction video or a Daytime Today live and talk about it because I won't be on this Sunday. So make sure you follow. I'm also here in the mornings, JLJ Media this morning. Usually in the mornings, I'm sitting there talking for a couple hours. But because I won't be on next weekend, I'll probably talk soaps this week on my other shows. Thank you guys. I know it's fun. You guys make it easy. I can talk to you guys. You guys talk back. I mean, it's a give and take thing, and I can talk to you all. Yeah, Harry Styles is playing 15 nights here. I know, it's crazy. Yes, my daughter turns 35, so I'm a grown daughter. Oh, I forgot. There was the Rory and Trina. The reason why I didn't mention Rory and Trina, because there is no chemistry. I feel zero chemistry between those two. There was one bed instead of two. She wasn't happy about that. But I'm just like, I feel zero chemistry with those two. That's why I have nothing to say, I guess. Because I feel zero chemistry with those two. Zero. So let's get Spencer out of jail. Let's go full steam ahead. That's how I look at them. But thank you. I would tell her this. Thank you to my daughter. Thank you very much. You guys, I love you guys. Happy Halloween. I had fun doing this in semi-drag. And I'm hoping that those of you guys come to my event tonight, you'll see me as my mother. Let's give you a little example. This is my mother. So this is my mother. Do I look like her? So I'm going to dress like this on my show tonight. So at 5 p.m. in about 3 hours. So hopefully I'm gonna try to look just like her. I'm gonna do my best. So I found the wig and everything. So that's tonight. You can still sign if you want to. It's $20. You can still sign up. We're gonna give some prizes away, have some fun. It should be a trip. It should be a trip tonight. But Halloween's tomorrow. If you are, I know, look at twins in there, right, Kathy? Tomorrow, be careful, be safe. You're taking your kids out to trick or treat. Check that candy. Check where you're going. Stay together in groups. Good luck. I want the kids to have fun. Well, you know that, Annie, right? You know for years, Mother and I are twins. So I'm gonna try to look just like her. That's what my event tonight is about. I'm gonna look just like her. But yes, please be careful out there. There's some crazy people out there. Be careful where you go. Make sure you're in groups together, but have fun. Halloween's about fun. It's all about just fun. So please do that. And I will see you guys.